We're cooking, baby.
Here's my little cowboy.
Action.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Don't fuck it.
Oh, we got some comments that people
or not
liked
at all.
like the one last time.
And action. Hold on. No.
Well, I was trying to switch to gallery so I could see you both and still have Charlene's box down there. No. Anyways, that's.
Oh no. Oh.
Speaking of things I'd like to stuff, how about Thanksgiving?
No.
I don't know if I'm going to have a better intro than that. Also, if you want me to, I'll gobble.
Oh, you got. Man. I don't know how I feel
Everybody,
about any of this stuff.
This is No Accounting for Thanksgiving.
Gobble gobble.
Ooh,
That was pretty good.
Pretty
That was
good.
pretty
Turkey call.
Yeah. Look at you, like a Michael Winslow type. This is the podcast.
Oh, that's it? Okay. Is that the intro? All right.
Yeah, I didn't do one. Like you did a lot of preparatory work for this one.
Pal, you're good with words. You know that, man?
I think the gym is dumb.
Did Rachel walk in the room? Of course I've eaten a Baconator.
Man, if you ain't doing CrossFit, you can get crossed up.
You're right. A long burger's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
That's your sitcom right there as a Mr. Fix-It-All who just can't fix his heart.
We will not be defending Atlantic City.
No accounting for taste. If it's something that somebody loves, let's try and celebrate it instead of shitting on it. All right. Starting it spicy.
Yeah. Like noodles.
Little cayenne in the stuffing. Hey, Shane, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving.
Every Thanksgiving, buddy. It's nice to see you. How are you? What's new? Well, we did a little catching up off mic, but let's have a little Thanksgiving prayer before we feast upon our audience.
Do you still have grace at meals in your family when you get together? Or is it just godless?
No.
Okay.
I can't. The closest I've gotten to that is, and this is not with my family, but like when I do a Friendsgiving or a friend's holiday, is everybody saying something they're grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but no one prays. That's like the new liberal Thanksgiving prayer for like West Coast and East Coast elites, is saying what you're thankful for.
Yeah, I kind of feel that's nobody's business but my own.
Yeah. Way to be in the holiday spirit, guy.
I don't vibe on that one.
What about thankful? I'm thankful I could be fucking alone after this meal.
What I'm grateful for, it's like politics and religion, man. That's your business, dog.
God, I think you're missing the soul of the moment. You obviously don't, like, does your family pray before a meal?
My aunt will still throw a grace in there and we all take our minute to listen to her say it. Then that's about it.
Yeah.
Like we don't say it along with it.
Here comes Aunt Winnie's annual prayer for the year.
Yeah, she's been interrupted enough times if it goes on too long, so she kind of keeps it short.
This is not.
You've never heard all right already in the middle of somebody saying grace at Thanksgiving.
What would be funny to me is like her just like internally praying, but verbally aloud to you, and in her head she's like crushing it.
Yeah,
and you guys are already like passing rolls back and forth, like you're just over it.
Well, my dad's like a dog. If the food hits the table, he's eating it. He still hasn't learned that you wait till everybody gets food to start eating. That is a lesson my mom's given up on for him.
Yeah, Pat just goes to town. Right? Like,
what's the point? It's so mine gets cold because they're not getting food yet? Ridiculous. Like, all right, okay, Dan.
Before we get to Thanksgiving, when was the last time you prayed?
To Jesus?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what other
whoever your higher God might be.
No, to Ganesh. Yeah, like what?
Yeah, man. I mean, they're all
5 times a day facing east towards Mecca. That's you.
I mean, they're all in like the traveling Wilburys of spirituality for me. I don't put one above the other.
Yeah.
You know, they're all just.
And
by that, I don't listen to any of them. I'm not interested. I don't even know what Bob Dylan and the ghost of Roy Orbison are cooking up these days. I don't know. we got zooted out in the desert last week.
So you got kind of close
on some toadstools, yeah, and it was I wouldn't say it was prayer, but man, it was
spiritual.
No, no prayers, but as far as in a matter of like looking around and in the spirit of the Thanksgiving episode, feeling like grateful for what I have. There's been I feel like I've been like this year's been real busy, and I've been real like not bitchy or ungrateful, but not really taking stock of the things that are good. And so I've taken more of a minute to do that. Like, oh, wait a minute. I'm all caught up in all this stuff and all this minutia that's getting under my skin and bothering me. And I'm like, oh, I took a little minute to like, am I really that bothered? So that was good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
I accidentally caught myself praying
to Jesus.
It was weird. Yeah, but it was, I'll tell you what, it was a situation. I was at a funeral and, it's just like, it was my buddy's mom.
Yeah.
And it was a couple years ago now, but like, this is the last time I just made the sign of the cross and started praying when they said, everybody pray.
Oh yeah.
And I was like halfway in the prayer, I was like, I don't believe in this. Like, I'm going to miss Helen, but I don't give a fuck about that. Like, it just, yeah, it was like, it's like if somebody says, everyone please rise for the national anthem, I'll just stand up without thinking about whether I actually give a shit about it or not.
That's like, the consequences for me. Look, I'm not doing it. Like, what am I, like a 13-year-old in a bad religion shirt at church? Like, no, I'll do the Catholic calisthenics if I find myself in like a wedding or something. I'll do
some spiritual stretching, or as I call it, yoga. But
I'll do the Holy Ghost shuffle in there if you need me to. I'll do up, down, side to side.
Holy Ghost
what do you need? What do you need?
Everybody, how's the Holy Ghost shuffle go?
I'll do the amen slide. I'll do that for you.
I was there, and I remember it was like, I'm sharing this because it was truly the worst eulogy I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, we were there. Everyone's heartbroken. She was a good lady. She knew us since we were kids. We're all sitting there, and I'm a pallbearer. And this guy gets up, and his whole eulogy is about his mother cheering on his accomplishments. So he's like sliding in, like, my mother was my biggest supporter, whether I was going to an Ivy League school that I attended or working on Walsall. And we were all like, and he was just like pill fucked out of his mind. And then as soon as he finished his eulogy, he just was like back in the pew, just like passed out.
I think.
And then at the gravesite, I swear to God, he started filming everything on his fucking phone, the burial.
Yeah.
And they were like, everybody bow your heads in prayer. So he bows his head, and then he starts taking the phone and going like 360 mode and spins it around the back of his head.
Oh no.
While we're smothering his mother in earth.
Oh.
That's
to borrow
a series of
borrow
words.
A phrase from Norm Macdonald. Yeah.
If him
that was
watching
that was the last time I prayed, motherfucker.
If him watching that video isn't what sends him to rehab, it sounds like a pretty hopeless dude. Wait,
yeah,
I
man,
did what
sucks.
at my mom's? What? Oh, let's make it 14 steps. All right, I really fucked this one up.
Fairly thick amount of pages to the eulogy too.
Really? Well, he got a lot done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to let people
like he
know.
was at a. We're talking about Thanksgiving though.
We
hey,
sure are.
Just call in. Tell us your weirdest family prayers at Thanksgiving.
we could do prayer. We could do prayer as a topic.
We should do prayer as a topic. That'd be good.
Yeah. How dare people pray? What favorite Thanksgiving, worst Thanksgiving? Can you think of those off the top of your head?
Favorite is I hosted one in Portland one year. When I lived with Joanne Schinderly, and I cooked. We had like a bunch of comics over. It was a really good one.
I was there. It was fun.
Yeah.
Everyone got. God, it was so funny. A bird flew in the kitchen, which feels like a bad sign, And that was but Joanne was just like this. She just goes, she sees the bird like just perched on the window, and she goes, fight or flight, fight or flight, fight or flight. That's all she kept saying. And I just grabbed.
Traditionally, birds use flight, but I don't know what.
Yeah. And I just got a towel and I was like, put it like around the, so it would fly into it. Then, and put it out the window. There we go.
Oven.
Yeah. Yeah. I said, hey,
this thing's already
who wants a little turkey?
This is already preheated for your type.
Yeah. And then, that was a fun one. Worst one, I don't know, man. I'm sure I'm just blocking something out, but it probably there's when the Cowboys lose, that always sucks for me on Thanksgiving. It does suck to have some of the happiness on your holiday tied to something you can never control.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and that's all of it. That's the willingness of others to have a good time is out of my control. So
yeah, that's true. And it's like I let sports go now, but there was a time where, like, when I was like younger, it would bum me out in a way if the Cowboys lost.
For how long?
But
the whole day, the whole weekend.
Yeah,
you let it take a 4-day weekend
like the
from
day.
you?
Like, I mean, I'd be like into my. Now it's like 20 minutes. If they lose, I'm like, all right, whatever. It would have been fun if they won, and then I let it go.
Yeah.
But it would probably just like be like, fuck. Like, so not like angry, but I would just be like at a bar and be like, God damn it. This is what I got.
Now I got to hit a woman.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that. What about you? Worst, best Thanksgiving?
I think best was, I remember like it was I think my first year in LA. No, I think it was my first year in LA. Bronger went home for Thanksgiving the first year and I stayed. So like I guess I'll have Thanksgiving at the apartment. This will also sound like the worst. So I just people were like, oh, we go. Like I never lived outside of Chicago or my parents' house. I'm like, I guess I'm having a Thanksgiving party. I didn't know, like dinner, like everybody. Everybody just bring food. And dude, Brian brought SpaghettiOs El Diablo, which was he brought like the full like wagon trail kind of pot of just probably 10 cans of SpaghettiOs with just a bunch of peppers in it. And that was on the stove. I tried to make, but I had everybody from the apartment complex coming by, and I just did. I'm like, this rules, man. And people I don't know are here, and I'm making friends, and I'm in LA and doing it. And then, so leading up to that, I did not know. I didn't know what termites look like. I thought they were like microscopic, but some of them are like long with wings, And up to that point, I'd find like holes in my books with like a dead bug in the hole, like where they had chewed through. Well, so apparently this whole building had termites, and they were in the walls. So right when like the turkey's like about to come out of the oven, and a bunch of strangers in my house handling things. I'm like, I don't know, it's just my house. Everybody else do what you got to do to make a turkey. All of a sudden, just hundreds of termites ran out from under the stove. Because finally the wall like had been hot enough that they just evacuated. And people just started screaming in the apartment, like, "Oh my god!" All these bugs are running out. And I was like, "Well, I mean, they're not in the oven. Can still eat."
That also shows you how feral you were, because it clearly means you had not used your oven yet, and you were in November.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I remember, honestly, other than like maybe a frozen pizza, I think the other time like I bought a ham just because I'm like, man, I miss ham. I miss holiday. I just bought a holiday ham just for Bronger and I made it.
I miss ham.
And we just had a ham for we just ate off it like the
just
Revenant.
Like a spiral cut ham.
Yeah, just like the Revenant, just like feasting off of it for as long as we could. Yeah. But yeah, so that
ham
was like
is fucking gross to me.
Wow. Do we have to have a mini episode inside of this episode?
Yeah.
You don't like ham?
I'm like, no, I don't think I do. I don't think I like, and I know I've I look like my nickname should be Ham. So I understand where's this coming from, but
Really?
I'm like, here's the thing. I've never had a ham that was that good. Somebody give me a good. I have.
Girl.
Don't look.
You're from
Girl.
the South.
Are we gonna? Yeah.
Texas
We
doesn't
beef in
strike me as a
Texas.
ham state. Yeah.
Oh.
You're a
Yeah.
beef state. That's a beef state. You grew up on beef.
Yeah.
What do you eat on
But, like,
Easter?
are we gonna have some?
Yeah, what do you eat on Easter?
Oh. I just serve up eggs. I don't know. Fuck it. It's not that I won't eat it, but it's like I will say I'm always underwhelmed by it. I haven't had a ham that I'm like a honey baked ham to me is just not that good, unless there's a good version of it that I haven't had. Like, so if I'm going to be in Chicago with Kyle.
Ham.
No,
Ham's the good
I
version
like it
of
as
ham.
Yeah.
I like it as an addition to something.
To your belly? 'Cause that's all it needs to be added to be good.
No, like you add it to greens or you put it in a stock or something. Like I like that, or like in a soup or something. But like just ham, man. And I'm not a guy who doesn't eat pork. I like pork, but
You never just get a ham steak? That's just a big piece of ham.
I know. I kind of figured by the name.
But it's fun. It's fun when they
I
call
didn't think it was something. I didn't think it was something delicately cut into a bouquet.
I think it's
like
fun when they go, "How about a ham steak?" And you're like, "What is that?" It's just a piece of ham, but we said steak afterwards. Fine.
Well, it resembles steak in the fact that it is a slab of meat next to potatoes.
But the bones in it, like a cartoon style. That's what I
I
made.
do like it.
Rachel's like, "I want to draw something." I said, "Draw a ham like how they do in cartoons."
Is this what you?
That
for
always,
those of you just listen. For
that
those
always
of you
looks-
only listening to the podcast.
you
Kyle
know,
just-
like when I think of how much I like ham, even in cartoons, it looks good to me. Like when Tom and when they steal a thing of ham and it looks like that, and they steal it, and they take a bite out of it, and you see the bite marks in it. That makes me hungry. Cartoon ham makes me hungry. That's how good ham is.
I can't get that. Let's go get some ham when we're in Chicago.
I mean, that's the thing. There's not like just like, oh, this place is known for ham.
Yeah, that would be the worst restaurant in the world, is why. Try our ham? Come on.
I'm gonna think about how to handle this.
Yeah, okay.
How long are you in Chicago for?
I'm there for 2 days.
Oh, you're not there for Thanksgiving. I was gonna say if my mom was making ham, I'd have you come over.
Mm.
Well, I'll be back there the 8th and the 9th of December. So,
well, maybe I'll just send you over to her house.
Tell Deb to whip me up a ham and bring it by the metro for the punk rock show.
Okay, yeah, Deb will hand deliver. Bring a big,
Yeah.
just on the L, basting it. All right.
I'm looking forward to seeing you there, though.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, the shows are pretty much sold out, but we'll do the plugs later. Anyway, ham. I want to change your mind, Shane. I think you're missing out on one of the true delights of this world. Charlene, ham. Yes, no.
Ham, delicious. And then the next day with the mini ham sandwiches with the Hawaiian roll.
I can do
sandwiches on
I can do
Hawaiian
I can do
bread.
that. I
Yes.
can do that. But ham is a component, yes. But ham is the feature, no.
Ham. Let ham sit. Ham just gets better.
It does. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
delightful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better the next day than having the thing just come out on a serving tray, just like a big. I just don't get it.
And I'll throw this.
Do you guys do ham and turkey on Thanksgiving at your houses?
If the more ambitious Thanksgivings, there'd be a ham and a turkey.
Yeah.
Not at my house, but my uncle's house. But I have 13 cousins, so there was like 5 turkeys and 3 hams and 35 pounds of potatoes.
You got to have a few hot bodies on that table to feed everybody.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, I just in case the listener wants, we can get off the ham subject in a minute. But if there's a way to prepare it that's like it's seasoned in a particular way, like a spicy Cajun ham or a honey bake. The honey bake thing is underwhelming. I know some people like a maple glaze. Somebody fucking changed my mind. I don't want to not like ham.
I don't want you to not like ham. I'm upset that you don't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of heartbroken for you.
My cardiologist probably don't want me to like ham.
I now I understand like what the beer like the
I don't
beer.
have a cardiologist.
I don't have a cardiologist. We all do. I feel like the beer guys like, oh, you just want to drink Coors Light? Like, I just don't get why that other stuff people like craft beer. This is how I feel talking to you about ham. I never thought I would have to sell anybody on the idea of ham who's already like eating meat, like not like a vegetarian type of thing. I just didn't think like ham. Ham's like drugs, man. If you're into it, you're into it. Yeah, you're just gonna eat it. So that's wild.
I'll tell you this.
And then like 2 days later, you fry the ham with eggs.
You could just do so much to ham.
What is the
oldest
amount? What's the oldest you will eat ham? Meaning, like, how old will you let it get?
Well, it's not going to last
passing a
past
sniff
3
test.
days.
Yeah, you got to.
Okay, that's your answer, Charlene.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know. I've never reached that point of like ham's been sitting around. I'm like, ooh, I don't want that right now.
Yeah, it never gets to be questionable because
I've had to stop. I've had to stop myself from eating it. Last year when I broke edge in all December, I'm like, I'm eating meat. The ham, Christmas ham, I had to like stop myself. I didn't have to be hungry. I didn't need it. I just wanted it. And I'll say this, to leave the ham subject alone, here's a tasty little Thanksgiving hack. Next day, now if I'm doing the vegetarian thing, take that stovetop stuffing or whatever, take the stuffing, fry an egg, throw it on top of there.
Yum.
Ooh.
It rules.
That's like a savory bread pudding.
Yeah, it's nothing fancy, no trick to it. Couple of fried eggs.
You're good at like food substitute. Like you're good at food creation. Because the thing you told me about iceberg wedge, get some of those smoked almonds instead of bacon bits.
I already know.
That you that was telling?
Yeah, I already know what I miss about meat. So I'm trying to find ways how to replace these things. And so crushing up the smokehouse almonds to put them on a wedge salad instead of bacon bits.
Yum.
It works for me.
Be like part of our. This could be part of our Patreon is Kyle's food substitutes.
I just gave you the two. I gave you the two best ones right there. I don't know what else I got.
I don't know. I mean, we were talking about Thanksgiving. There was my uncle came for Christmas, the priest from Ireland, my mom's brother, and then I think it was like 15 or 16, and the cops showed up and raided our house because they're like my brother was selling weed and they were looking for it, and then my uncle almost had a heart attack.
That'd been a good time to pray.
So it was like a little before. It wasn't Christmas Day. Yeah,
you got a representative there with you, and you kind of need some answers. Hey man, hey Father, you want to pick up the main line? Little bro's going to lockup. Like... Could use the direct route.
Yeah, and then yesterday after the fucking court case, you remember my buddy Kiefer? You met him. Yeah. His dad's in the hospital, so I had to go over there and see him. I think his dad's out of the woods, but it's a little like, it's going to be a rough recovery. Mm-hmm. But it was one of those things I was like, and then I just drove to Austin and listened to Willie Nelson all the way down 35 for 3 hours.
I mean, I guess,
yeah.
Some people would call that praying.
Hey, that's my shepherd. Oh man. Kyle.
Yeah.
Let's get off the heavy and get back to the turkey. You
sound like a DJ for like a soul radio station.
Yeah.
Let's get off that heavy and back to the turkey, babies.
Everybody, here's a new one from a hip new band out of Minneapolis called Soul Asylum. This is called Runaway Train. Never coming back.
I can't, I listened to that one song. It's like, it's about missing kids. I'm like, well, I guess I'll never listen to that song again. When are you like, oh, you know what I could use right now? I could really stand to think about missing children.
Oh, yeah. But I mean,
you sing about like chicks, you sing about cars, and you sing about rocking and rolling. If you want me to listen to your band, you sing about
that's
those
Kyle's
things.
Impression of his mother's brother at Thanksgiving giving prayer. Think about chicks, rock and roll, and cars. Now, this is a bit of a basic ask, but what is your favorite dish at Thanksgiving? Is it the like some people because like before we go to our answers, I will say this: turkey is like ham to me in that if it is not done well, it's a huge disappointment. So like a great, perfectly juicy turkey really stands up to whatever else you're throwing at it. It's a fucking meal, man. Like dark meat, oh God.
I'll say bad ham's still all right ham. Bad turkey is like, I'm sorry, bird, but you're flying into the trash now.
It's just pretty disrespectful to the animal itself.
Well, that's how I feel about any like preparation. But
yeah,
how ingrained was the white meat versus dark meat debate in your family?
Pretty ingrained. It wasn't. I mean, my father was, always there for a pretty tasteless joke when that subject or somebody was. Yeah,
it was part of it.
That's somebody in the family. Yes. But I would say I would eat white meat.
You're looking for Pilgrim or you're looking for Indian? What you want on your plate there, Shane? Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Oh. Church or teepee, they're both pointy tops.
Oh no.
Charlene is having a rough time.
Oh, guys.
That one wasn't even that offensive.
We're doing
pointy tops.
character. Yeah, we're doing characters. We're not these people.
Yeah. We're just trying to generate heat.
Just the idea. Yeah. We're edgy
like
now.
The heat from Kyle's oven that flushed out 1,000 termites.
That
should be our first shirt. That should be our first shirt is 1,000 termites rushing out of an oven. It just has no accounting for taste.
Oh,
it was a sight to behold.
I will say, when I was younger, white meat all the time. But now I'll do both because white meat's healthier, but dark meat tastes better. Jesus.
It was revelatory. Well, who eats dark meat? Oh, dark meat. Ew,
so we are going to talk about prayer. Revelations.
Kinane. It was brought. And then you start eating the dark meat, and you're like, what? I looked at my family differently after that. Like, either this was propaganda so you could keep it for yourselves, or this is just
the do as I say, don't do as I do as I say of turkey.
Yeah, because like my family, like Rachel's coming back for Thanksgiving. I'm like, if you want a vegetable that you can see, bring it yourself. Because the only vegetables showing up at Thanksgiving are going to be under a layer of breadcrumbs, Velveeta cheese, and 8 cans of cream of mushroom soup. There's green beans in there. There's broccoli in there somewhere. But it will not be apparent.
It should be called casserole with green beans, not green bean casserole.
Oh, yeah. It's like Beverly Hillbillies striking oil. You can put a bullet into it and see what bubbles up, but I couldn't tell you what's what. It's a lot of beige. Hues of yellow, hues of brown.
And then you should have scheduled toilet time the day after Thanksgiving.
I mean, a house with 2 bathrooms pretty necessary. But there's there's not a salad.
Yeah.
We don't fuck with salad in my family. Not on that side of the family. We don't fuck with salad. And I'm not saying it's not good. So we're gonna get we get broccoli cheese casserole.
Oh,
sure as shit. Delicious. As you're gonna see the word God on a dollar bill, you're gonna see broccoli cheese casserole at a family gathering in a Kinane household. You're gonna see.
And I'll tell you what else I trust in: Aunt Debbie's stuffing.
I went from liking it to like
gobble gobble.
My teen rebellion years of like, oh, it's always the same food at Thanksgiving, and now into like, you know what you're getting. Sometimes there's just a faith that nobody in their 70s is trying to experiment all of a sudden, and you're like, all right, we know how to make these things. We're making these things. You're gonna get some sort of like maybe carrots that are caramelized and something. There's sugar and crusty sugar on them. Maybe a Brussels sprout.
Brussels sprouts are like That's
I love them.
Yeah, I like them, but right now it is a real like the past few years of like holidays when I do it because I always end up doing one with a friend because I don't go home for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
There's always some fucking person I either barely know or don't know who's bringing like their fancy Brussels sprout dish, and I don't fucking. They're like an asshole to me. Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts. I think not even that I don't like the dish. It's always some kind of fake fucking food personality who like thinks the New York Times is a cookbook. Like that's that's what I'm talking about. This is not anti-Brussels sprout, but I'm saying Brussels sprouts are having a moment at every restaurant and every fucking they're
Shane,
like the new kale.
I know, and this is about positive. I'm glad to let these Brussels sprouts get some, dare I say it, meteor rolls. All right, Brussels sprouts have just been Brussels sprouts with butter or maybe a cheese sauce for a long time. But now it's like
they have been underappreciated.
It's like Michael Keaton coming back around, reminding us that he's diverse. He could do all kinds of stuff. Hell yeah! What's Brussels sprouts doing right now?
Keaton, the Brussels sprouts of acting.
Yeah, what's Brussels sprouts doing? Brussels sprouts were just coked up Michael Keaton in the 80s. He was doing Wild, and then it's like, wait a minute, he could be Batman, he could be Beetlejuice, and then he went away for a while, and then he's in all these comedies, these dramas. I like Brussels sprouts. I like that people are trying to do different things with Brussels sprouts. Put them maybe they're in a Volvo commercial. Now they're in a play. They're in an off-Broadway play. They're doing all kinds of stuff. Let them have it.
All right.
And maybe I will support the New York Times cooking app only because it's easy to like figure things I've made stuff off of it. So just because it's called New York Times, forget the title. It's fucking easy to find something. So easy that I've cooked stuff off it that didn't suck. That's a glowing review right there.
Okay, yeah, that's the best we're gonna get out of you for
sure. Yeah, I don't jump into that world at all. Once a year I try and make something, which means once every other year I throw out a bunch of food that I could I could have just kept that money and gone to a restaurant.
You go 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like I got to go back to the white meat versus dark meat thing real quick. I saw Dave Stone, your former podcast partner, good friend of both of ours, give a remarkable speech about the value of dark meat over white meat. Like it was, I would have voted for him. That's how powerful the speech was. And he was just, white meat? What are you doing? Like it was, give me the dark, juicy, run. Like he had all these fucking adjectives.
If you want to see a man speak with passion, like on the level of like Braveheart, just listen to Dave talk about any food.
Yeah. Ask him to tell you about his chili and it'll go on,
It's a filibuster.
It's a filibuster. So you go, your side dish is of choice.
Wow. I mean, scalloped au gratin / funeral potatoes.
Yep.
Yeah. You too, Charlene?
Yeah, that or those funeral potatoes.
Like kind of the same thing, right? Funeral.
Yeah, but little.
We covered that. We discussed those, right? Yeah.
I'm a green bean. Why do they call them funeral potatoes?
Because in Utah, they bring so many casseroles to like, that's just what you do, I guess, when people die in Utah is you bring casseroles over their house. Like I've seen it in movies. People do that.
Do you have a bit about this?
No, but I would go there with Rachel and we go to this place called, I believe I've spoken of it, Chuckarama. It's a buffet, but it's not one continual buffet. It has different islands that are themed. So it's like, oh, this is the Italian island. So it's like spaghetti and lasagna and meatballs and stuff. And like, oh, this is the salad island. And oh, this is the, figure whatever other kind of island you want to have. Mexican island. So it's got like enchiladas and stuff on it. And then the one where it's like, this is just the whatever island. It had like the sides. And it just, the label it just said funeral potatoes.
It's just the Philippines. It's just an arpeggio.
Yeah. Just
they should have called it Pangea, mother of all foods.
One time we were one. But yeah, they just openly calling.
I got a tectonic shift coming up in me real quick.
Oh no.
Where's your Price is Right?
Food-based podcast episode. It's not my fault.
Where's your Price is Right sound now, Charlene?
Oh shoot! I forgot I even had sound effects.
But
everybody, we're playing everyone's favorite Plinko.
I love.
Remember that game?
There it was. I love a potato, like a scallop, mashed potatoes. I'm excited for a potato salad.
Yeah. Me too. I probably like green bean casserole when it's a good one. Like, it's weird to say that it is a good one. There is a good version of it, but when it's got a little more like form to it, and it just doesn't like fall apart when you put it on your plate.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not just soup with a roof, you know.
Truly the saddest thing is the can of cranberry sauce that's just in a nice dish, but the ribs from the can are still traced onto the cranberry. Just
use this as judgment on my family. That stuff would disappear instantaneously, but the homemade cranberry sauce from Cranberries is just my dad sitting there feeling superior with the whole dish of it next to him. You guys eat that crap. All you, buddy, enjoy those seeds. I want a slice of cranberry sauce. I want to confuse the cranberry sauce with the beets that are on my plates. That's what I want to confuse those together. By the way, here's an announcement. Probably we're all middle-aged people that listen to this podcast, probably dudes. The day after Thanksgiving, just remember you ate beets, okay? Calm down. Don't get scared. Did I have beets? Oh, I had beets? All right, you're all right. You're going to be all right.
Oh, God.
That being said, love beets.
Ew.
Love
the
them.
other thing I love about Thanksgiving is gradually seeing people unbutton their clothes to a more comfortable fit after they just kind of.
You gonna enter the pro move and wear elastic?
Yeah. Oh, the lack of posture people have after a Thanksgiving dinner is fucking insane.
Wearing
it's like people's spine. Yeah. It's like people's spine have curved into their stomachs.
No, you wear elastic pants. It's like bringing your own stick to the pool hall, man. Like, you know what you're doing.
That's Cincinnati Jim. Don't get caught in a Thanksgiving dinner with him.
He's gonna keep going. That
does sound like pool halls. Like Cincinnati Jim got caught in a Thanksgiving dinner with Big Mike.
Pulled him apart like a wishbone. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. Now,
me too.
Excited. Yeah.
No, thank you. That was the maid.
That was Thanksgiving.
I'm rich, everyone. I'm not in a hotel.
Thanksgiving room service.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I feel bad.
Hey, we heard you talking about Thanksgiving. Didn't mean to eavesdrop. They just wheeled in a turkey leg.
Tell me if I've said this before. I think I have, but one of my best Thanksgiving meals I ever had was the high school lunch. the Thanksgiving slices. I think it was just the lunch meat with gravy and the mashed potatoes. But so they would like wheel folks in from the senior home in the morning before the cafeteria is open to the high school kids for like a Thanksgiving thing. Like, oh, maybe you don't have family that's coming to take care of you. So they'd give them a Thanksgiving lunch. And it was a higher caliber than just the school lunch. But then if there was some left over, then you got to have it for your school lunch. And me and my buddy Jesse would like it so much. We ditched class just to go to cafeteria twice. Just to have 2 lunches so we could have 2 Thanksgivings.
You are fucking trash.
It was so good.
You are fucking trash. Eating community senior leftovers.
We're running the mile today. Dog. I'm not running the mile. I just had 2 Thanksgiving lunches.
I got scoots. Oh, man. You are fucking dogged out trash, Kinane.
It was, you know what, Charlene, you'll recognize this is because that turkey, it cut like ham. It had like a consistency. There was no grain to it.
Yeah.
You know?
It cut like ham.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's gross. You got a family dish?
Nope.
Like a thing people are like,
nope,
nah,
just that
me neither.
School lunch.
My mom made her.
What about you?
My mom made her world famous biscuits every year, and the reason why my brother and I call them world famous is because we've never had them before. Every year she was like, I'm going to make my biscuits. And every year she'd accidentally leave them in the oven and then they would be burnt and looking like coal. And every year she'd be like, I swear they're really good. Everybody loves them. And I'm like, everybody who? No one's ever had them.
It's still the second worst oven story on Thanksgiving we've heard today on this podcast.
Is she? Do you think now she's so like the pressure's built up about the quality of the biscuits that she doesn't want you to taste them
just
now?
like the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl.
Like, 100%. Yeah.
They'll never live up. They'll never live up to these 3 decades of telling people they're great.
Yeah, she's just kicking wide right on every field goal. She just can't. She did it again. It's like John Madden, just like you just gotta feel awful for her. Like,
I bet they're ready, and she just throws gasoline in the oven.
Oh my God. Every year, halfway through, oh my God, the biscuits.
She just Yosemite Sam's her way out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
My biscuits, Hummer!
Yeah.
Now I'm excited. I'm excited for these.
Oh my God. We don't have one, but I think we do like pecan pie to me is just the greatest fucking dish in the world. And I know the Caro syrup or whatever it is that it's like it seems like you could use it to clean an engine, like, but
I can hear my teeth scream when I eat pecan pie, and I do love it. But when you could like see through it, like the Jurassic Park amber, right?
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man.
God. Yeah, man. I mean, like, actually, pecan pie the day after Thanksgiving for breakfast. Oh, like that's your sweet treat. Like,
get yourself a little piece of ham next to it if you're doing the day after meal, baby.
Yeah. Ham.
It's pecan.
I love this.
Ham. It's the pecan pie of the entree course.
It's pecan.
It's pecan.
Not pecan.
It's pecan.
It's fucking Yankee sounding shit.
Well,
if you say so. I grew up in Georgia. That's where all the pecans.
Don't pecant my pecan.
I've got plenty of. We've got plenty of pecans in Texas. Many pecans.
Well, you're wrong.
My mom makes.
You say pecan. You say pecan. I say it right. Okay. That's
not okay.
Oh God.
Tomato. Don't.
Boy, you really are. You really are back in Texas right now. Well, there's the right way and there's the Texas way. Yee. Don't have babies.
Yeah. Also, why is there a woman talking right now?
Oh,
because that's what Texans sound like to me.
Oh,
yeah. Fucking. First of all, you told me a story where you birthed a hive of termites on Thanksgiving.
They were in there already. They were in that was the landlord's problem. I didn't put them in there. It was it made it memorable. Anyway, my mom makes the broccoli cheese casserole.
Oh yeah, with the Velveeta.
Which you could you leave it out for 20 minutes and it will be structurally sound enough to patch drywall.
Yeah.
Not saying it's not good. I'm not saying it's not good.
I just have a picture of like a glass Pyrex like casserole dish. And your mom just holding it and the bottom falls out from its density. She's just left with a broken glass.
It is. Well, I mean, it is, in the spirit of indigenous people. It is like when they would use straw and mud to create their homes. I'm like, well, it's kind of what we're doing with this thing here. Like, the broccoli is what holds the cheese together. And then you form a structure out of it. It's good though. It's tasty.
Straw and mud coming out of me in about 24 hours.
Oh. The poop? You talking about poop?
Yeah, I made a shit joke.
God.
I made a shit joke.
Talking about poop again?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk about actual Thanksgiving? I have nothing negative to say about it.
Research.
Yeah, the negative things are the history of why we celebrate it, and I guess we'll do that after the break. Whoa! Can you believe we're back from that break? I hope you bought all that stuff from those sponsors.
No, man, I love it that we got sponsors.
Yeah, thank you. Goodyear Tire, Hy-Vee, grocery stores, and United
Factor.
Airlines.
Yep, and let's not forget about everyone's favorite Dow Chemical.
Yeah, couldn't have Thanksgiving without Dow Chemical.
Thanks. Here's to Dow. Okay.
Thanksgiving, I
feel like if we read too much about the history, it's going to ruin all the fun we've had.
Well, this is anybody still celebrating Thanksgiving in a traditional sense of like, before we eat, let's take a minute to thank our white ancestors for arriving in the new world. Like, nobody's still thinking that's what the holiday's about.
No, yeah.
You know?
Let's not, yeah. Yeah, first of all, the fact that I was told that we sat down together as different groups of people.
Oh, yeah. It's completely horseshit.
Had a peaceful meal. Like, I mean, if you think your family's Thanksgivings are tense, try the very first Thanksgiving.
Someone's.
I gotta write that down. That's actually kind of a funny idea.
There's been like a Native American dating a white woman who's had to go to Thanksgiving dinner somewhere. And to be a termite on the wall for that meal. I'd love to have listened to that exchange. Do you think Native Americans go out for Chinese food on Thanksgiving like Jews on Christmas?
No, I think they're probably just like, I think there's probably like a little bit of like, yeah, you guys also have it bad. Yeah, I was thinking they went to a Jewish restaurant. Never mind, I fucked this up. This is not good. I messed up that bit completely.
Educators and Native leaders recommend bringing anti-racism to the Thanksgiving table. Not a chance in my family. I'd have to bring it to every holiday, and that wouldn't work. Honor the original inhabitants of the land you're on.
Support Native American organization. Hey, I'll make a donation. Here's the thing. I'm gonna celebrate Thanksgiving, but maybe I'll make a donation to like or at least I'll go see that Scorsese movie.
Okay.
That is about the whole thing, right? Isn't it like a good?
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, I saw it. Yeah, that movie is intense. I don't even want to get into it.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to go find my teeth from under the couch if I was like, we're not calling it corn this year. We're calling it maize at Thanksgiving dinner.
Pat's not down for that.
Yeah, like. I don't think First Nations people put this much cheese and butter on top of their maize.
There were no potatoes at the first Thanksgiving, an indigenous South American food not yet introduced to the global food system, and no pies because there was no butter, wheat, flour, or sugar.
No pies, no potatoes. Doesn't sound like a Thanksgiving to me. Was there ham?
They believe much of Thanksgiving consisted of seafood. Well,
I mean, it was on
fuck
the
that. It's the ham of the sea. Trout.
Still doing a lot of California rolls this Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are down. Oh, my teeth are under the couch again. All right, let me go get those. Corn's called maize, and here's some scallops. Actually, scallops would work. Scallops are a hit. No, scallops are like little land ham, like sea hams. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Scallops are not sea hams.
Yeah, they're like little ham cakes. I call them Poseidon's cupcakes. That's what I call them. It's already a bit that I do. But they are little special treats. I still eat them.
I would call them a mermaid macaron.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's weird to think that fish wouldn't be accepted, but shellfish would be like, oh, like a shrimp or a lobster, crab legs. We did a crab leg showdown first year of pandemic here. We did crab legs. I got mine from Costco.
Showdown?
Well, I got some from Costco.
Yeah, that tracks.
And then we got some
Well,
from a regular store.
You know where you get the best seafood? The place you can get your tires changed. You fucking jackass.
You know what? You want to wait for the one guy to drive around delivering just crab legs and you got to the last place that he had on the truck? Or do you want one truck full of everything going to one store in a direct route?
You know, you can find a way to justify this to yourself, but you know in your heart that this is wrong. I
sure can. I got a big old thing of crab legs from Costco. They weren't bad.
They weren't bad. That's the review.
Nope, they weren't. Would do it again. Plus, you can buy the pot. You need to cook them in there.
Oh.
Borrow an old 50-gallon drum from the auto shop. That's part of Costco. You boil them right in that.
Yeah. God. Oh. No, I don't want something. I don't want to get my seafood from a place with that kind of lighting. Just dystopian, like Hunger Games level, like Grand Army Plaza during the pandemic.
I'll do an episode on Costco. Suit yourself. But would you get it?
Yeah,
but people get their turkeys from there. I'm just saying. Hey,
all right. You're right. Hey,
right.
When you're right, and this time you're right, Kyle.
All right, thanks.
Let's find travel. People who fly for Thanksgiving a significant distance. What are we doing? This is insane.
We're going.
I hate it. What?
I'm doing well. We got the shows that.
But
week.
You're going for you have other stuff built into this.
And I'm leaving the Friday. I'm leaving the Friday after Thanksgiving. I'm not fucking around with that weekend.
Yeah. You wouldn't before this. You wouldn't. Would you travel home?
No,
just
not
to be home
not
on
just for.
Thanksgiving?
No, I would always do Christmas. Thanksgiving, I'd skip.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but they say Thanksgiving is the busiest travel holiday, which I don't quite understand.
I think because you got to make. Because everybody knows what days it. Like Christmas moves around. It could be a weekend. It might be a weekday. I think Thanksgiving, you always know, is a Thursday, and then you have a Friday. So everybody knows you have that 4-day weekend. Whereas Christmas and with New Year's could like mess around with things.
All right. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. It's a logic base. Yeah.
Christmas, you got to transport gifts or such.
Yeah. Gifts or such.
Yeah.
Is that where you do your holiday shopping? Gifts and such?
Merriment, capitalistic representations of joy.
Let's talk about this Popeye's Cajun Thanksgiving turkey.
It is good.
Is it really good? I have never, ever had one.
I feel like I need to call Dave right now about that.
It's good. They sell out fast.
See if he can jump. See, does he have a text Dave and see if he can respond or jump on real quick?
Yeah.
They're really that good, huh?
Well, I mean, Popeyes is good, so why wouldn't it be good?
Yeah. I did this thing for you know that website Grub Street? They're like Vulture's Food.
Yep.
I did a New York food journal thing for them. Like it's just like what New Yorkers eat every week or whatever. And I did it, and it was just the whole article was me drinking vodka like every night and then going to the gym and sweating and then going to Popeyes. And I would be like I was drinking so much
install,
for whatever
uninstall,
reason.
Install,
I would write my journal entries like shit faced, like fucking like I thought it was like William S. Burroughs or something in the middle of the night, and I would send it to the guy, and at the end of the week he got it and he was like, "This is just like way more than we asked of you, man." And I was like, "I had a good time."
Let's see. It is a whole turkey. The picture looks great. Granted, the photo is courtesy of Popeyes.
Sure.
That looks good.
Had to order it online. It says it serves 8 to 12 people, including shipping. Each doorstep delivery bird clocks it at $99 plus sales tax. Oregon, don't have to worry about it. We're gonna learn about this thing. Dave texted me right back. Just said I haven't tried it yet, but I trust Popeyes.
Yep, Dave's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I trust Popeye. You know those great American brands like Ford, GE, and Popeyes.
It's good. Popeyes is delicious.
When people were doing the hot chicken sandwiches, and Dave was all about Holland Ray's and Gus's, and I followed him. I went to Holland Ray's with him, and he was right. Like we waited for almost an hour. Yeah, we waited for almost an hour. I'm like, nothing will ever be good that I have to wait an hour for. And it was.
It was. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Popeye's hot chicken, the Nashville chicken came out.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's good. But then they changed something about it when it got real popular.
Yeah.
All right. I said, would you trust it for Thanksgiving, though? He says, I would. That's from Dave Stone. That's from home chef Dave Stone. Self-taught, wonderful cook, Southern cook.
Yeah.
Dave Stone trusts.
Yep.
This says order now. I wonder, start ordering 10-10. We're a month over this. Man, even these sides look good on the
the sides look kind of less flattering to me. That like
nobody's gonna photograph macaroni and cheese well.
That's not true. I could Google a good picture of mac and cheese right now. I'll draw you one. That's it. Like mac and cheese can look fantastic. What are you talking? Ham picture of.
It's never gonna look that good. She even did it in pink.
It's kind of shaped like a fish. Your ham drawing
like a ham,
like a ham bone.
It's
that's the there's the bone.
That's perspective.
And it comes out over here. Yeah, it comes out over there.
Because that's close.
Got like
and
a
then
curvature to it.
A ham steak would be a slice of this with the bone in ham steak.
Yeah, yum.
Bone in ham is a disgusting thought. Do we actually have callers this week?
Yeah, we got loads of them actually.
Bone in ham is a disgusting thought. Let's go to the callers.
Okay.
Let's go to the callers.
It
but
keeps it juicier.
This week,
yeah, everybody knows bone in is always better.
Juicier. Yeah, and you leave the avocado. If you leave the seed in, the avocado stays brown or green longer. Not true.
Oh really?
Does it?
No, I think that's like.
I would like
no, I don't think
before we go to callers. I would like to go to this. Can we cover? Well, there's 6 tips for navigating a tense Thanksgiving dinner, and there's a when should you set up your Christmas decorations? After Thanksgiving. It's always after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It is never before Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I will not defend setting up your Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving. I don't give a shit about weather.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about where you live. It's too cold afterwards. Then you don't put up. Then if you want it bad enough, put them up after Thanksgiving.
What?
Do not ruin my post-coital dance with Halloween by putting your goddamn Christmas decorations up before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
And that goes double for Hanukkah. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back after my slightly insensitive anti-Semitic.
Perfect time for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Oh.
Stay tuned next week. No accounting for taste. The crisis in Israel. We really chopped up. You know, I didn't read the research this week, but I got some strong opinions about Gaza.
Oh no!
All right.
Oh no!
All right.
All right. We got
callers.
Of calls. Yeah.
Bunch of calls.
Awesome. Hey, this week, in honor of the subject, we're calling this the turkey's nest. Gobble gobble.
Okay. Okay.
There's no kitties here this week.
Here's the first one.
Meow, puss, puss. It's Shabby Tabby, Shane Torres, and Kitty Cat's house in Maine. Hey, guys. I just wanted to talk about Thanksgiving. I love
hate
it.
you.
Because I get to cook, and it's great. I'm really good at cooking. Mashed potatoes full of cheese and garlic and butter. And last year I made, well, it was a small gathering, so I got a small turkey. And for any other meat, I got a leg of lamb. It was wonderful.
Lamb?
Whoa.
And my God. It's like, never mind all the fighting and stuff that you might do with your family. If they do that, don't invite them. Yeah, whoever starts the fights, tell them to kick rocks. And, have Thanksgiving with your friends. Because friends are just a family that you choose. But in the off chance that you are a normal person somehow listening to this podcast and you go, well, my family's normal. Well, congratulations, buddy. Anyway, see you guys.
Thank
Goodbye
you.
for meow.
Something tells me you just didn't get invited to Thanksgiving with your family, my man.
Hey, I'll say this, though. If I saw a leg of lamb as a surprise on a Thanksgiving dinner at a house I was at, I would be thrilled about it. I'd be like, this guy or gal knows what the fuck they're doing.
Lamb's a tasty dish.
Yeah. Oof, man.
You know what? I didn't think about the aspect of like Thanksgiving is the kind of trial run for Christmas. Or you are like he said, like, oh, this is like, here's an excuse to have a big old bash with my friends. Christmas is going to be family. But Thanksgiving, get the crew together.
It also, like, this is the amount of runway I have before I am very stressed by the people I love. Like, it gives me like, it's like, I look at it like the way, like, you know, like a good action director looks down the barrel of a shotgun in a movie. You know, like I just can see. It's a lot.
That's your exhibition match. You know, you get to try. You get to try out some new recipes. Your friends are going to be a lot more lighthearted if you fuck something up, whereas your family might not know how to talk to you and joke around with you, and they'd be like, "No, it's fine." Can you believe what he did with the with the broccolini? Which, by the way, broccolini, take a hike forever. Ugh. Anyway,
you're not a broccolini man.
I'm sorry, broccoli with a bunch of bullshit attached to it. No thanks. Anyway,
what about a broccolini? Hey, what about a broccolini casserole?
No. If you just cut off the long part of the broccolini and that's what somebody served you, would you eat it?
Yeah.
You mean just the stalk?
Yeah, just the stalk.
But not the leafy end. You're saying I'm getting the stalk and not the leafy end.
all legs, no ass. That's my problem with broccolini. Anyway. But this is like you could try You could try things
like a young Kathleen Turner. Broccolini is all legs, no ass. V.I. Warshawski.
Wow. That's why we're throwing her under the bus.
I know.
Okay. Anyway.
She's got a voice that sounds like a day after Thanksgiving shit. Next joke.
Oh my God. Here's the next caller.
Next caller.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hi. In my opinion, Thanksgiving has a lot of problems, starting with the very boring, bland bird that's traditionally served. The side dishes are where it's at. And I think you can abandon that bird and you can abandon a lot of the things that are done that nobody enjoys anymore. They're just done because of tradition. If you're really thankful, you should celebrate the things that you enjoy. You should spend it with people you enjoy. And I think we need more of an individualism regarding Thanksgiving as opposed to more outdated traditions, especially if you've got family that you don't like. Thanks very much.
I'd like to thank the Zodiac Killer for calling in.
No shit. But that guy makes a hell of a casserole once he gets off the oxy.
Turkey's only good for wearing the skin. Anyways, potatoes are where it's at.
By individualism, I mean the person you eat. I will say his individualism point.
Yes.
New tradition thing at Thanksgiving. I do like that point a lot. I think that's actually very, very cool.
Yeah. I thank you for the call. We're busting your balls. But thank you for the call. Yeah. Why? Although turkey is a very pleasing, like a lot of people do like turkey, and how often outside of like a turkey sandwich or something, are you getting like a cut of a whole bird somewhere?
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's less out of tradition. It's like a thing people look forward to because it's not what you get all the time. Also like a big old ham, but I could see like, I get what he's saying about mix it up.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think he brings a good point. Like, and as a person who has like had to plan holidays in a new way because both my folks are gone, so there's not like a thing.
Yeah.
It actually has turned out to be awesome in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first year, like we like tried to be like, well, let's do it the way we did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were like, yeah, this is weird. We're not like the next one. We were like, let's find our own thing, and we'll do this. And it often leads to a better, thing on a new thing. I get to see my nephews enjoy something new that I help create. Yeah,
I mean, it does hinge on having an open-minded family, but you got new spouses coming into play that might be from somewhere else in the world. But hey, let's try a dish from where you're from. Like, obviously, I'm white on white, but okay, good. Oh, we're getting like spatzel or some like, Eastern European dishes, or like Rachel went nuts because we had Lithuanian sausage.
Kyle's bringing his new girlfriend, Amanda. It's Amanda. And
I don't know. We just have it catered by our servants. No, I think that's a good idea, and you could try, incorporate new things. Although I would say,
I like this guy.
I would say if there's no turkey, you should warn people.
That's fair.
Because if you roll in thinking like, finally, the day, it's called Turkey Day. We've removed any context of pilgrims and
you're fucking
Native
right about that.
Americans.
And you're also, this is another thing. If you serve me chicken on Thanksgiving without notice, we're gonna have words. You invite me over. And you say, hey, and this happened. You invite me over. Tell you I'm having Thanksgiving. I would love to come. So thoughtful, you. I will bring bottles of wine, liquor. Yeah. I will do a thing. I am contributing. Thank you for housing us. Then I sit down and I see a smaller version of what I'm expecting that's not as good. Well, hit the fucking road, sister.
Are they serving you? Like, did they bring it out on the platter where a turkey would go?
They lied to me.
I thought maybe it's like, oh, here's like a chicken dish. Like, here's like a chicken like casserole or something. But like having
I'm pretty, and also just if we're eating birds on one kind of bird per table per meal.
All right. Well, I'm never going to get mad at. What if no turkey, 6 chickens all prepared like a turkey, like a little army on the table.
A little army of chickens?
Yeah, like 2 by 2,
No, I'm not fucking, I want Captain Planet. I don't want them all separate. They all got to be one. No. I will say maybe.
6 chickens all made different ways.
That's the only way I'm going with it.
All right.
And even then, if you try and bullshit me with like a buffalo chicken, like you just cover one in Frank's Red Hot, that's not going to cut it.
Turkey.
Also, find me the oven. Find me the oven. Find me the apartment in New York that's got space for 6 chickens in an oven. That's insane. This has never happened.
No, everybody.
One turkey.
Everybody makes a chicken in their own way and brings it, and it's just a chicken fest. Chicken coop Thanksgiving.
Are we going to a shelter? Because that's the only way I'm doing this.
Only if everybody got to come with their own chicken idea.
I'm telling you this: if it's Thanksgiving and you bring out chicken, no one is going to come, and I mean that in a sexual manner as well.
I'm thinking the other way. We're like, all right, a turkey's a big thing to try and cook. It takes up the whole oven. When it isn't an apartment and they're going to make other side dishes. Everybody, you come to my house. I'm making the sides. All right, you're a couple. Everybody prepare a chicken in a unique way. Bring it. You got chicken 8 ways.
I might try it. I will say, what you're saying is the only way I would be fine with it. And I'm saying fine and not for. Fine. Mm-hmm. I understand in every negotiation, there's a lot of labor disputes going on in the world. Everybody gives up something. I'll understand. 2, the bar I like to drink at in my neighborhood, they did a thing called Lasagna Palooza where they had 20 different people make 20 different lasagnas.
I love it.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
It was, shout out to Janie Goulardi, my friend who runs that bar and put on that event with my buddy, Trevor. They raised a bunch of money for the Trevor Project, which was also sick. and then and Alex, the other bartender, they killed it. Somebody made a bone marrow lasagna. It was fucking insane. Like, and they did like a Mexican lasagna and a traditional one, but these people, like, killed it. It was great. It was and I had like, I think we paid $20 and we got a little corner of everything.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh.
Why are we why are we reserving cook-offs for chili only?
Yeah.
That's
Thanksgiving chicken cook-off.
Chili really has cornered the market.
Yeah.
On the cook.
Because you can go with a little bowl. It's easy. Lasagna's easy to eat. You know you're going to cut out a portion of it. Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving is a great time to create an event like this.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Let's do another caller, please.
Okay.
Also, guys, if you want to call in at 971-259-8302. Suggest topics.
Mm-hmm.
Call in on any subject we ask for opinions on.
Or KSNAFT pod. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
That rolls off the tongue.
At Gmail. Ksnaft. Ksnaft at ksnaftpod@gmail.com. Ksnaft. You'll love it.
Here comes the next call.
Hey, this is BK from, used to be from Portland. Anyway, Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving is cool, but it's best when it's Friendsgiving. Actually, years ago, Shane was at one of our Friendsgiving in Tigard, Oregon.
BK!
And it was always good. We had a bunch of us up there that didn't have family. And so we would get together and have potluck on Thanksgiving, and it was always pretty chill. Lots of good beers, lots of good food. You know, we'd have like Southern food from the people from the South. We'd have West Coast garbage from people who were from the West Coast. So it was usually pretty cool. We tried to make a tofurkey once. It sucked. But yeah, Friendsgiving is better than Thanksgiving.
It's nice to hear. First of all, shout out that guy was always the nicest, coolest, sweetest guy to everybody. A Georgian, Charlene.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but he had us over. He had a bunch. Him and his wife would have us over. A lot of people over from the restaurant for Thanksgiving. We always had a good time. It was a great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we had two things I remember. He had one of those sunken living rooms where if you took like, you know, it's just like a maybe 4-inch drop instead.
Yeah, conversation pit.
Your boy, yes. It's also just a pit if you've had a bunch of drinks. And because your boy hit it. He had like wood floors, and you heard my hands slap.
No.
I caught myself, but like my hands were they kind of sting now just thinking about it. Like, yeah. And then the other thing I remember is, you know, Nintendo Wii's with the joysticks that you can like, they have that net that you can kind of like, it mocks your body movement the way you move the sticks. We were Wii boxing, and I was like on a fucking run. I was like demolishing people. And my buddy, Aaron, who was also my roommate at one point, he goes, "I'm fucking rocking you. How am I not winning?" He was getting so mad. He was like, "I rocked you with some shots, bro."
It was about, I'd say 20 years ago that like the Nintendo Wii and Guitar Hero came out, and it really did make like a party, like a Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving where maybe you didn't know everybody. But then, all right, we all ate. Let's just not sit down. And then people would start playing Guitar Hero or like a Rock Band is what it was, the full band. And it like, that's a shout out for video games, bring like the physicality video games that like brought people together on those things.
Yeah.
That sounds great, man. That sounds like a really cool, that's a good time.
Also, shout out to him being like, you know, we had different people from different places, Southern food. You're the West Coast. They brought some West Coast bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I did like him talking it out. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. I won't make, I told my mom like when I was like pretty much going to be vegetarian even through the holidays. I'm like, don't tell anybody. Don't make a thing about it. I will get full on sides. There's never a lack of things to make me full at Thanksgiving. But I just don't want to be like, well, Kyle's not eating turkey anymore and just have to deal with that. I'm like, I'm going to have 3 pounds of mashed potatoes and a bottle of wine. I will be okay.
I think about that sometimes where I was like, I've had one or two like veggie stints for a few months.
Yeah.
Where I would just try and eat less meat or not meat at all.
Yeah.
If I came home at a holiday at my grandfather's house, who stormed Omaha Beach.
Yeah.
If I wasn't eating meat, I would have been like, they would have been like genuinely like, what is going on with you?
Yeah.
Like that's,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a good thing we got you confirmed. Like it's the kind they would think of it as a slight against God.
I had one family member, like, I think it was, I don't know what we're talking about. Couldn't even say vegan, kept calling it vegan because it rhymed with pagan. Not ironically, just thought that's how you pronounced it.
I thought you were going to say Vagot, honestly.
Before we got there and after we left, probably.
Nothing on that?
That's what I'm saying.
Cut that one, Charlie.
That's what I said. Before we got there and after we left, probably.
Yeah. Before we got there and after we left, the story of Thanksgiving then and now.
Let's do one last one. This is a good one to end it on, I think.
All right.
Honestly, I didn't realize that Thanksgiving was a topic that needed defending. I mean, I guess families are weird sometimes. But that's what booze is for. So
tell that to the Native Americans.
My defense of Thanksgiving is very simple. Motherfucking stuffing. I don't care if it's just stovetop out of the box or if it's your fucking Aunt Lisa's homemade recipe. Stuffing is just one of the most incredible culinary gifts.
Yes, dog.
To mankind, and I would eat it every day if I could. That's
yes,
all.
dog. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Normalize
a nice
stuffing at any time.
Hey, amen.
Have a spring stuffing. Have a summer stuffing.
Oh my God. I think about a nice, like dense, moist stuffing. It's like, it's got the weight of a heavy sponge.
I'm gonna stop you because you're starting to ruin stuffing for me.
No, it's. What if I talk about it like this, Kyle?
Oh no.
Oh God.
Hey,
Shane's new
Charlie,
ASMR
don't
podcast.
get mad at my sexy voice. That's my sexy voice, girl.
Sometimes there's raisins in it.
Oh. And then I take one of those Hawaiian sweet rolls.
Oh.
Why? And I put the stuffing on the bottom.
You gotta act like you're spread. You gotta act like you're spread. No, touch the mic.
Okay.
No, I'm not done.
That's enough.
Now put your mouth on the mic.
We take some of Kyle's.
No. Oh.
Someone Photoshop a dick in this movie.
And then I take some day old ham.
No.
And I fold it over from flat to form. Little mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Drizzle. That's right. Drizzle some brown gravy on.
Gravy done drizzle. Gravy pours, baby.
Take the top of the sweet roll. Just a dollop of canned cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Fold it over on top.
Yeah.
And that's what Sean Jordan calls a South Dakota wedding burger.
Oh.
Well, somebody invite me to one of these weddings in South Dakota then. I know you guys are on your third or fourth ones now. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, Kyle. Guys, that's our episode. We love you for listening. Happy Thanksgiving. We hope you're all enjoying. Play this instead of a prayer when you sit down to dinner this week. It comes out on Monday. Thanksgiving ain't till Thursday. Baby, enjoy our hot sniff riffs. It's 971-259-8302. Call in with suggestions, opinions, and it's Ksnaft Pod, KSNAFT Pod at gmail.com. And Kyle, tell these folks where they can see.
Oh, it's coming out on Monday. So that's it, man. Me and you. Well, I can't remember if I told you you're going to be on Monday or Tuesday at Thalia Hall in Chicago.
Yeah, that's going to be
Shows, I think there's like a couple tickets maybe left for each, like literally a couple tickets left for each one. So you can think about it. The lineup's going to be nuts. Monday and Tuesday at Thalia Hall. And after that, I am just floating around the world. I'm doing the Terragram in Los Angeles. Also almost sold out. Very cool.
When
Oklahoma,
is
December 7th at the Terragram in Los Angeles.
Hey,
you're going to be there.
Who's going to be in town then?
That's right.
Yeah,
we're going to
come hang out.
Maybe we're going to do some live biddies. Oklahoma City, December 14th to the 16th. Tulsa, Oklahoma, December 17th. And I'm going to fuck off for a couple months.
That's my boy. And he's Kyle Kinane across the internet on all the things. Check out his special Shocks and Struts. Follow us on YouTube. We need all the platform help we can get. Some people we're getting our asses kicked on the follower stance.
Well, because we're not, we're not.
Course.
We either have to be like totally clean comics or be the most depraved people, and I don't know how to be either of those things. So
yeah, well, I'll start posting some hilarious shots of my ass on Instagram because if you have a nice ass, apparently you're a comedian.
Oh, we should talk some shit. We should need to talk more shit.
I think we do talk plenty of shit.
Okay. Don't you have a comedy special coming out, Shane?
I do, guys. December 10th, The Blue-Eyed Mexican premieres on YouTube. Oh, yeah. So it'll be it's going to be on my channel, and it's been produced by Bert Kreischer. And I also want you guys to know I will be at Comedy on Steak Thanksgiving week, Wednesday through Saturday. Great club after I see Kyle. And then I'll be, what else do I got? I got lots of stuff coming up, guys. Come to the fucking shows. I'll be at the Metro with the Lawrence Arms in Chicago for 2 nights.
That's awesome.
This will be my second time performing there. First time, I got it would be nice. I got Comedy Central got interested in me because I opened for you when you did Loose in Chicago there. So maybe it'll be another good thing because the special comes out the day after.
That's on the 9th?
No, 8 and 9.
8 and 9. Okay.
So I'll be at the Metro, and then the special comes out on the 10th. So
that's cool.
I know that's confusing. So yeah, it is. Yeah, it is cool. I'm excited.
Go to our website. So
December 8th.
That's where everything's in order.
Yeah. Shane Torres across the stuff. December 8th and 9th at the Metro with the Lawrence Arms, and on the 10th, I will be celebrating my new special by being left the fuck alone. and then after my first 1 hour special premieres, I will be in Houma, Louisiana the next week, changing it up. Because I got a really good calendar booked out for the rest of the year. Houma, Louisiana.
Houma. That's what it's called?
Man.
Houma?
Yeah. Houma. Houma, Louisiana. But I'll be all over. I'll be in New Orleans. Come to New Orleans with me, Kyle. Let's do Christmas in New Orleans.
I could
think
that sounds
Shawnee P would be there.
Oh God. Speaking of Cajun turkeys.
Nice. Charlene, tell them where they can find you. Just kidding.
What's your address? All right, here we go.
Yeah. All right. We love you guys. Thank you to Charlene, of course, for doing all this. Thank you guys for listening.
Thanks, Charlene.
And thank you to the All Things Comedy Network, Bill Burr's propaganda machine. We'll see you next time when we discuss the conflict in the Middle East. Hummus or baba ganoush.